We are live. Welcome, everybody, to today's presentation. We are going to be going through our new feature release for our whip around maintenance upgrades. My name is Lauren, and I am a customer service manager over here at Whip Around, and I'm really excited to take you guys through everything today. For those that are newer to Whip Around or our maintenance program, we have rolled out, like I said, some major upgrades that we're going to share with you today. We also have some individuals on the phone or on the line today that are not with Whip Around yet. So before I dived into it, just wanted to give everybody a heads up that I will be given a brief overview of Whip Around, and then that will lead into our maintain upgrades, which I know everyone is excited about. So that being said, we do have a live chat going. So if you guys have any questions that you want answered, we will get to those accordingly. If I can't get to them right away, I'll definitely try to address everybody's questions at the end. If not, we'll have your contact details, and we'll definitely be able to communicate with you after the webinar as well. So again, thank you for joining us today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First, we're going to talk about a little bit of Whip Around's background. Just for those, like I said, that are new to Whip Around, we actually started as a fleet inspection software that was originally developed for DVIR compliance. So as you guys can see here, our solution offers an array of things from a simple interface for drivers to actually complete their inspections. We have a mobile app for managers. We have functionality such as taking photos and customizing forms. And through that, we're able to support all kinds of fleets, not just DOT regulated vehicles, which is really cool. Compliance is definitely our core here at Whip Around. We want to ensure that all of our features and everything that we roll out are geared towards keeping you guys in compliance and providing a solution that's as simple as possible for all of your end users. So we are definitely a fully compliant eDVIR solution. We provide real-time alerts on defects. We give you guys easy audit access and reporting, real-time mechanic and driver communication. We also offer our signature process, which plays heavily into compliance. And I know a lot of other DVIR add-ons at this stage do not offer that. So we meet FMCSA requirements, and we are definitely big on holding drivers accountable. We force them to get out of their trucks and actually do their thorough walk-arounds or whip-arounds, as we would call them here. And we also date, time, and location stamp the reports for accountability as well. So just some high-level details for you guys that are, like I said, new to Whip Around and just interested to learning a bit more about what we offer here. So with that, we actually started with Maintain version 1, and that has since escalated to our newest version, which are the upgrades we're going to go through today. So Maintain version 1, just to give you guys a bit of background, this started as a solution. Our customers wanted a better way to manage the full maintenance cycle through our inspection software and the reactive maintenance using our faults module. We were able to kind of come up with a solution that worked for our customers. So capturing mileage from the app. Believe it or not, we were actually the first in the industry to capture mileage from the app. This is obviously removing the hardware aspect of what a ELD would provide. So through that, we have the ability to capture real-time mileage or hours in the mobile app. That information feeds directly into the maintenance program with Whip Around, which then turns into the ability to create maintenance service schedules and reminders for upcoming things you guys have going on. You can then go in and create work orders for your mechanics. So this all started, as I said, because our customers were looking for a better way to manage their maintenance and tie in the inspection side. So very much so a good solution for a good start, I would say. So that is going to lead us into the upgrades here in just a second. This slide is just kind of showing you guys what all Maintain version 1 had to offer. I've kind of talked on it a bit already, but creating maintenance schedules, reminders, work orders, pretty straightforward. So moving into our upgraded version of Maintain, we use the initial phase of maintenance to speak with customers, evaluate product data, and then match that to the requirements from the wider industry. So this all led us to our latest offering, which is an enhanced maintenance module with even more functionality than Maintain 1 had to offer. So what does it include? You guys can see here, service task is a new feature, as well as our service programs and our service scheduler, work orders, the ability to track parts and labor cost, and then our reporting has also improved with this upgrade. Starting with service task, these are within each service program. So it starts with a service task, and they essentially all speak to one another. Your service task dictate the actual, I guess, service that you're going to perform on your asset. So for example, you could go in and set up a 10,000 mile service that you may want to include a series of tasks on, such as an oil change, a tire rotation, an air filter change. And then within each of those line items, you're now able to track the service task, and you can edit the price out individually, which is going to give you guys a lot more detail. Anytime you add a service task, it does automatically add itself to your library. So pretty cool there. You don't have to go in and ever add it separately. As you add details on parts and labor and work orders, the cost is going to carry through as well. So just an major improvement here in terms of the services that you guys are actually performing and being able to individually add cost associated with those, and then just more flexibility with the editing component as well. Moving into service programs, so we've expanded the structure here to enable more customization for you guys. Starting with the service program, these are basically the, I would call it the parent service that you are going to add your vehicles and assets to. So similar to the example I already gave, you would go in to create a service program and have it, you know, my PM service, and underneath that you're going to outline the tasks from your service task library that take place on this program. So if you guys take a look here, you'll see you have the ability to go in and edit these programs. That's then going to update all future services. So no longer are the days of having to do that on an individual basis. It's in bulk now, which is cool. It's going to carry all the way through your program. You can now assign users or mechanics to the different programs, and you can also add and remove the different service tasks to each as well. So as you go through, just a lot more customization here, and those are going to trigger, you know, based on the different intervals in which you need them to occur. It could be based on time, it could be based on mileage or hours. It really just depends on the asset and how often, you know, that service needs to occur. The service scheduler, this page actually remained pretty similar to the original format that you guys had. Really what the change is here is you can now edit the service programs, and then those are generated, and you can then have an easy way to modify future events. So as I spoke to a second ago, beforehand you would schedule your service, and then that would carry into a work order. Well, now you're going to use the service program. You're going to use the service schedule to essentially view upcoming services or past due services or due soon services. This is basically a calendar that allows for you to have visibility over anything and everything that you've got scheduled out. When these are due, you and your team are going to receive real-time alerts and really be able to have you know, enough time to make sure you've scheduled the asset to come off the road and go into the shop, and then you know, come in here and take the necessary steps that you would do to track the cost and everything associated with them. We also did a pretty major facelift with our work orders tab. I'd like to start with the work order piece. So you beforehand didn't actually have the ability to create a work order from scratch. I'm going to actually show a quick demonstration of that. So bear with me just one moment. Let's go ahead and look at this. So you'll go in, hit create work order, select the asset, and then you can go ahead and create a custom service task or select one that's already in your library. Any other services or faults that you've got scheduled for that asset will populate. You can add those. At this stage, you can also go ahead and select a due date. Go ahead and assign it to the individual that's going to be completing it. And then once the work order is generated, you can open that up and you can customize the work order name, download it as a PDF. You can come in here and customize each line item on the faults and services. You guys can, same as before, add commentary, upload documents, all that good stuff to be able to reference. These are the new line items I've referenced a few times. So this is where you could come in and fill in a specific part, add a description, enter in quantity and cost. And you can add as many line items as you'd like. And you're done. So that is the completion there. I just recalled as well, I also wanted to show you guys on the service program front. Just quickly, I'm going to go ahead and show you a demonstration on how the service programs speak to the service task. So if you're watching, you'll go service program, create, and this is where you're able to really customize when your services are due, what assets they belong to. So as you can see here, I'm building out a preventative maintenance service, and for me, that's going to capture a tire rotation, an oil change, and a air filter replacement. Up next, you'll simply determine how often that occurs. So as I mentioned, it could be based on mileage, time, or hours. Then you're going to apply the assets. Next, you're going to customize who's going to get the alert. The threshold period is prior to the event happening, so you give yourself some wiggle room there to prepare for the service coming up. You can also auto-generate work orders and assign to the mechanic. And that's how you'll go about building the service programs there. Cool. Well, we are just moving right along. In addition to being able to build a work order from scratch, some other areas that we updated here, obviously the ability to add your existing scheduled services and faults is still there. And then in that demonstration, you guys should have just noticed that you can add additional service tasks. You could go in and customize the cost. You have the ability to add in additional line items for labor and parts, which we didn't offer before. You can also assign this to internal or external mechanics, and they'll receive a real-time alert via email that they've got some work they need to do. And then ultimately, this is going to provide a digital maintenance history for you guys to be able to go back and look at from a reporting standpoint. Here's a quick slide. You guys just got to see a little demonstration of the labor and parts cost, but this new functionality just enables you guys to edit the cost, and it's on a line item level, so you can track cost at a more granular level. Also, you can add in your tax percentage rate and get that calculated as well. Up next, so here is a recent customer testimonial that we received, and I wanted to share it with you guys today because it really speaks to the value that Whip Around is bringing, from a maintenance perspective, obviously the inspect side is where it kind of all starts, but I want to share a quick video with you guys from our customer over at Skyline Destination. They're based out of Orlando, and just a real quick video so that you guys can see how others are adapting to Whip Around's Maintain program.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm the Director of Curbside Services here for Skyline Destinations Management. I just want to tell you a little bit about how Whip Around has helped us. Whip Around has helped us a lot in the maintenance department. Drivers are able to put in vehicle mileage, and we are able to assess when the vehicle's next service or maintenance is needed to be done. This has helped us tremendously over here with the wear and tear of the vehicles and maintenance upkeep, as well as helped us with pre-existing conditions that have been going on with the vehicles. We are able to take photos of the vehicle's damage as well as report them immediately so that we are able to take care of this right away. Whip Around has helped us so much, and I am tremendously grateful for their assistance and continue to help us in our day-to-day operations. Thank you, Whip Around.
How nice. Love that. Love a good customer testimonial. If any of you would like to send in one, I'd love to show you off on our next webinar. So in summary, guys, pretty quick tutorial today, but just wanted to get in front of everyone and highlight all of the new upgrades that we've made to our maintenance module. This slide here is for you guys to just have an overview of everything that we offer. Obviously, DVIR compliance is our core, and you know, the maintenance upgrade and the program in general is just an enhancement to that at this stage. We want to make sure that everyone is getting notified, you know, of everything that's going on with your fleet real time, and really help you know, bridge that gap in communication with you and your team. So obviously through all of this, you guys can now see we offer a much more complete maintenance product, and that's, you know, to support our industry leading inspection and DVIR offering. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I'm going to hang out here on the webinar for a little while, and feel free to chat, ask questions. If you would like to schedule a call or book a demo, you can head over to our website, whiparound.com, and get set up there. But otherwise, thank you so much for your time and for joining us today. And hopefully, you now have a bit of a better understanding around the maintenance upgrades as well as everything that Whip Around currently has to offer. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for joining us. So we've got Abigail chatting right now. She said she's been using Whip Around for about 1.5 years, and before Maintenance 1 was available, our maintenance is completely off-site, and we were able to share the same information and maintenance schedules across locations. So that's awesome. Abigail, thank you for the feedback. Billy. Anybody else have any questions? Be a good time to take advantage of that. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Baxter. Baxter has a question. How do I see if maintain would work for us? Is there a demo environment or a way to see this? Yes, if you head over to our website, you can easily book a demo. And then we do also offer, of course, a trial period. So for anyone that's interested in, maybe just testing the waters to make sure it's going to be a good solution and option for you and your team, we would be more than happy to set you guys up and give you access to it for a trial period to make sure it's what you need. No problem, Baxter. All right. Well, if no one has any additional questions, I'm going to go ahead and log off for the day. Please do expect if you or anyone that you know missed the webinar today and wants to check it out, we will be running these more often. Today was just the first of many. So thank you to everybody that was able to take some time out of their day to view everything with us today, and we'll talk to you later. You're welcome, Joe. Thanks for joining us.